Crazy scenes in the boxing world today, as always with our sport guys, as heavyweight champion of the world, Daniel Dubois has called out Jake Paul. What is going on?
Seemingly, Daniel Dubois, Triple D, who is the hottest man in British boxing at this moment in time, wants to face the problem child. And I can understand why, purely for money. He's obviously seen dollar signs or pound signs, so much so that he slid into his DMs and messaged the problem child, calling him out. Paul responded with a meme, as he does. He's of this generation with the ticket counter, and he said, "Get in line."
I don't really know what Daniel Dubois is thinking with this, but let's be honest, it's probably not serious. It's probably him just having a bit of fun and doing a bit of clout chasing. But have you guys noticed, every time Jake Paul gets called out by a real boxer of a good level, he always shuts it down in some way?
Jake Paul for a battle that sets up a matchup between a contentious online celebrity and a heavyweight champion turned boxer. This challenge marks a turning point in Jake's boxing career by bringing him face to face with a true professional.
You can't begrudge him for trying. Now, for Dubois, you can begrudge him because he obviously has a multi-million-pound rematch with Anthony Joshua lying in wait. Calling out Jake Paul, sliding into his DMs, looking desperate, it's beneath him. And if this fight somehow came to fruition, and God help me and help everybody else in the sport, if it does come to fruition, it'll be an absolute farce.
Jake Paul appears desperate as he slides into his DMS. If this fight is beneath him, God help myself and everyone else in the sport. Because if the bout does end up happening, it will be a complete failure. Jake Paul has made it clear that he wants to compete against professional boxers. He has said on numerous occasions that he wants to establish himself in the ring by taking on experienced opponents, rather than only competing against celebrities or influencers.
Shorter. Because he's an old man? Yeah, that's I like to go to senior citizen homes and just pick out my next opponent.
I want professional boxers. It's only been 3.5 years. You can only make a certain amount of fights happen. And the plan was always to fight Nate Diaz after Tommy Fury, win, lose, or draw. People think there's like this ducking of professional boxers. The next fight could potentially be a professional boxer. I'm just getting started. I'm 26 years old, and there's only so much I can do.
One of his generation's best boxers has publicly criticized Jake given their similar ages. Paul for a battle is viewed as a reasonable test that might demonstrate Jake Paul's fighting prowess.
Give me Canelo, give me Tyson Fury, give me a real boxer to prove myself so you guys could give me credit. And then he actually gets offered a shot at the heavyweight title and he just tells Daniel Dubois to wait in line. And then he starts banging on about Daniel Dubois having so much more experience than him. I thought you were ready for these guys. That's why you've been calling them out, innit? And Mike Tyson had a whole lifetime experience on you, you sauce.
Obtained notoriety recently following his outstanding triumph over Anthony Joshua, strengthened his standing as a world-class boxer, making his challenge to Jake Paul all...
Saying before the fight, I feel like he'll round it up round 4 to 7. Bro! Dubois absolutely smoked him on every level. He looked quicker, he looked sharper, he looked stronger. From round 1, AJ could not handle him, bro. I could not believe the levels that we were seeing in that fight. It was crazy, bro. It was crazy. Bro, the fight was about 5 rounds long, and Dubois knocked him down in every single round but one. Sometimes twice. Oh my God. That was so bad, man. That was, I don't even know if AJ can come back from this. It was that bad. Just look at this, man. Oh my God. Man, fair enough to Dubois, man. That's an absolutely amazing performance from him at 27 years of age. He's gonna go on and do amazing things, most likely. AJ, I really don't know. I really don't.
Jake Paul posted a direct message from Daniel Dubois on Twitter, in which the heavyweight boxer issued a challenge. Jake captioned the screenshot saying, "Man has been boxing for 12 years, has over 100 amateur pro fights, and fought on my undercard. Ha, but I'm going to have Nisa talks to Frankie Warren and get you in line for the throne unlike our tour. At least you have a few thousand fans." Jake's audacious reaction. Paul displays his confidence in facing a seasoned professional boxing specialist, in addition to acknowledging the
legitimate heavyweight championship of the world. This is Daniel Dubois calling you out. Let's get it on. What is going on with that? And as well as all that, Evander Holyfield, age 62, has teased online a trilogy with Mike Tyson, age 58. Mike, please, don't go back in the ring. And at the same time, Evander, don't you either.
Well, there's a responsibility upon the boxing world to call it for what it is.
Yeah.
You know, we had some ridiculous reporting last week from people inside our building, Spencer and Gareth Davis out there running around telling everyone else it was a legitimate fight. And most people knew it wasn't. Frank Warren came on last week, said the same thing as I said, which is don't want to watch it. I don't think it's a credible situation. He shouldn't be in the ring. If people, Tony Bellew was saying yesterday that in part the public are responsible for this because they're the ones that have the appetite. They're the ones that put 75,000 bums on seats to watch that freak show on the weekend that wasn't even a proper fight. So I think if Daniel Dubois wants to, I don't think Don Charles would allow it to happen, quite frankly, because I think he'd want to see his fighter on a different trajectory. But if you want to get paid, the one thing you can say about Jake Paul is the amount of finances that he's bringing to the sport. Serrano and Katie Taylor got paid an enormous amount of money because of the deals that this kid is doing with the broadcasters and the audience that he brings. So in some extent, from a boxing point of view, with the undercards that come on as a result of him being involved in something, there is something valuable for boxing there. Daniel Dubois would knock Jason Paul into the next life within 30 seconds.